Alrighty folks, we've got the three lads are reconfigured and refilled, and this time we're going on to step 3, which is pre-polish 500 grit silicone carbide. In this step it called for 1 tablespoon per pound of rock, so of course I went ahead and I rounded up because it's easier, and I just went ahead and used 2 tablespoons of the 500 grit in each barrel. We also have some numbers for you. Let's see, when we started this process, we had, in Huey, had 1 pound 11 ounces of rocks. After the first stage, we had 1 pound 5 ounces. After this last stage, we have, let's see, 1 pound 3.5 ounces, so Huey lost 0.7 ounces. Dewey was, let's see, after the initial grind we lost 2.3 ounces, so we had 1 pound 4.7 ounces. After this step, after stage 2 now, we have 1 pound 2.7 ounces for a loss of 2 ounces. And then we've got Louie, who after the first stage was 1 pound 7.3 ounces. We're now down to 1 pound 5 ounces for a loss of 2.3 ounces. So I'm not exactly sure why Huey lost such a tiny amount of weight. Again, given the fact that the rocks all looked to be fairly even as far as the grind and whatnot, but like I said, I'm learning here, so let me get these buttoned up and I'll be right back with you. Let's get ready to tumble! I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to fire this thing up, and we'll be back with you fine folks in about 7 days and see what we got for, this will be stage 3, so 1 more step after the, actually 2 more steps after this, 4 total according to the directions, but then I'm going to do a burnishing step, I believe, just because I want to. Anyway, so here we go. The countdown clock has started. Or should I say the countdown calendar. Thank you for watching. Howdy folks. Once again, due to the magic of the space-time continuum, what has appeared to be to you a mere matter of seconds was actually 7 days. And we're ready to see how we did on stage 3 of this tumble video. We have Huey. Now first of all, you can see Huey leaked again. Well, this time all 3 of them leaked, which is something that going into this I was worried about because of the putting the caps on, taking the caps off. Was I going to start getting wear? And unfortunately I think the answer to that is yes. Now, with the rock knowledgeable people in the audience, please pay attention as I pour this and let me know if this slurry looks like it did its job, or did we lose enough water and slurry that maybe not. Well, I guess the rocks will tell that tale, but does this slurry look about right to you folks? Once again, there's not much in the sticking to the bottom. Not like that freak show with Dewey the last time. Nope, it looks, I mean, like I said, I don't see any stuck on the inside. Some of that, it looks like grit alongside the paddles, but I think that's just discoloration of the glue. I've scrubbed it with a toothbrush prior to loading each step or each successive step, and I don't get anything off of it, so, but anyway. let's see what we got. Ooh. There is a very beautiful subsurface light shift flicker effect on this one. It's probably not going to show up on the camera, I bet, but oh man, that is so sweet. Yeah, I think what it is this has got enough cracking on the inside. Those are internal facets, and now the rock is clear enough that you can actually see them. But it's not exactly like opal, but it's similar to that effect. So again, I don't know. This viewfinder on this thing I'm finding is less than great. I need a widescreen viewfinder. Boy, that one shrunk up a lot in its journey. Wow, it's still incredibly beautiful though. There's that pretty tiger's eye again. Believe this to be a piece of jasper. This is that darker tiger's eye, but they look good so far. Alright folks, now we have Louie, and again, please observe the creamy goodness in there and tell me if you guys think this is still viable. This one didn't leak as bad, but we did get some outside the tape a little bit, so looks good. As I said, I don't think we lost much water, but any water and grit might be too much. I'll tell you what, this rock tumbling hobby would probably not be good for somebody that lives in the desert with water scarcities. So I gotta wash these off really good, go over them with the toothbrush if there's any cracks, and give them a good thorough inspection. So when I say they look good, that's just that's a quick off the cuff. They need a full inspection. Thanks to Paul Hampton, who tipped me off on some of the finer points of getting them all scrubbed off and stuff. I appreciate that, buddy. Boy, they sure are beautiful. Look at that. Look at that color. That almost looked good just put on a pendant or something, I think. Just leave it that shape and shiny. But that's just me, maybe. I don't know. So, I'll get these sorted out a little bit, and we'll get Dewey's out. And finally, we have trouble-making Dewey's batch. And I say trouble-making because it leaks some. It looks a lot less frothy and a lot more liquidy, and I kind of cheated and poked around, and I think we're going to end up with that layer on the bottom again. So let's see what we got. And, well, maybe Dewey just made a liar out of me. Hopefully he did. There is some there. It's nowhere near what it was the last round, thankfully. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's going to take a couple more little rinses like this than those other ones kind of came clean on the first or second rinse, but let's see here. No, actually, I'm going to say that's good. Thankfully, my screwdriver misled me because it felt like there was a layer like we had the time before, so I'm glad to be wrong on that point. Always good to be wrong once in a while. Keeps you in practice. Oop, there's the labradorite. Wow. It looks like the blue section shrunk some. And it's still incredibly beautiful, so that piece is just neat. That quartz and the jasper together just looks so cool. I mean, they all look cool. Not like I'm picking a favorite or anything, but some do stand out a little more than others. Like I can't even believe that's a color in nature. It's so intense. Again, that almost make a nice little pendant just as is. Anyway, let me get these rinsed off and sorted out, and I'll be back with you. Alrighty folks, that looks like it's going to wrap it up for this video. This was stage 3, the 500 grit silicon carbide, and the next stage is going to be 1200 grit aluminum oxide. Got the rocks all in their little water baths so they don't dry out. I got to take them in and give them all a really good thorough bath, give them a good inspection, wash my ceramics, divide them back up, and get the barrels reloaded and stuff. But I think that's a project for tomorrow. So I'm going to call this quits and leave you with these pretty rocks to look at. Again, thank you folks for watching. I really do appreciate it. The words of encouragement and the advice I've been getting is very important to me and very, very much appreciated. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you in the next one.